What's up, everybody? It is 8:05 on the dot. This is your boy J.I., the mass creator, all the way down 95 towards Route 7. We have
Van Gogh.
All the way over to the west, next to the Key Bridge remnants. We have
That's not funny, man. Why y'all do that shit? Yo, stop. Slut Gang CEO Richie's in the building.
Coming in hot.
right here next to me, to the left of me is
Now, before I introduce myself, you guys, hey, this is where it goes. This is where it goes, just down the toilet, okay? So what is one phrase do you think that Marylanders won't be using anymore? We won't cross that. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
You know what?
Oh! By the way, my name is John. I am the notorious J.O.M.
Wow.
and over here to the right every night on this podcast is over here next to me is my boy.
I have no words, no identity, no nothing. I'm freaking washing my hands of all this shit right now.
And together on the screen, we are the Grown Man Click Podcast. We come to you every Monday, try to shed some light on subjects, try to make you laugh, try to make you cry, try to make you feel like we some hell of a guys. So, as we do at the beginning of all of our shows, we pick up our drinks and toast to a good show, raise them up, and as we say, clink, clink, drink.
People
Let's
who party
get it.
with red Solo cups.
Hey, you know that high quality Pepsi.
Peanut galleries
High
hot right
quality
now.
H2O.
Peanut calories hot right now. I want to say what up to Mafe
What's up, mate?
and Lido.
Hey, what's up?
T's out there and Christy as well.
What's up, Tierra? What's up, Christy? How y'all doing? Y'all joining us at the beginning of the show. So we just going to go around the room as we always do, and we're going to find out what everybody's been up to. So who wants to go first? I'm going to give y'all your choice today.
I'll fuck it up.
Go ahead. What you been up to, John?
Had a photo shoot. Damn, I forgot what day it is. Goddamn.
There's Friday.
yeah,
You were here
sorry.
Friday.
So Friday, I had a really good photo shoot. Everything worked out real well. Just getting ready to do some testing at Sinai for the job that I'm gonna be starting next week.
Okay.
And everything else has been pretty mellow.
Okay, cool. Anybody else? What's up, Sean? Sean is in the peanut gallery tonight. He might join us, but he told me more than likely he'd be in the peanut gallery. What's up, Pierre's Teddy?
Yeah, so I went out exploring some new spots. I took the bike out and hit a couple trails and found a couple places and posted a couple of them. And one of the spots, it's pretty nice. It literally looks like a screensaver, almost even better than the one that me and you went to.
Oh,
So
okay. Dang.
yeah, I found some really, really nice spots, and they're quiet, and there's not a whole lot of people out there. So if anybody wanted to really do like some outdoor stuff, I know where the spot's at to do all that.
That's what's up. All right, Mr. Scott T. Scott, what you been up to?
Nothing at all. Just living life, editing, submitting. Yeah,
All right,
that's what it is.
my guy, Mr. Slut Gang CEO. What's been going on? What's been going on in your wheelhouse?
Man, I just been chilling. Y'all know me. Just laid back. Been looking for a new job, and that seemed like it's coming my way. So that's a good thing.
Very nice.
I just been me, man. That's the best thing I can say.
Okay, cool.
Trusting God. I celebrate Resurrection Sunday.
Yeah,
Hey.
there you go.
The man has
Hey,
he has
man.
respawned.
Yeah. You know what I mean? That's about it.
All right. Well, what's been going on with me? I mean, business, just a lot of business. I mean, this morning went out to check out this location, and shout out to my boy, Mr. Keith. Mr. Keith hit me up about a location, and
Yes, sir.
we went out. Had another meeting with Keith earlier this week, and
Right.
we got some big plans coming up. My boy Keith has a yacht, and we're going to be doing some
Cooking some
yachting.
stuff.
We're going to be doing some yachting, but
Cooking
it's going to
some
be
stuff, man.
cool. We cooking, man, with hot grease, man. Hey, Shauna, how you doing?
Hey, Miss Sean.
Whoa, Sean,
And
what's happening?
let's see what else. Today, my lovely one of my adjunct nieces, she came in today with her fiance to do their engagement pictures. So shout out to them. And I got stood up on Friday night. That was bad. I had a shoot all planned out, ready to go, and no show. So
No show,
you know,
no call.
no show. No, well, we talked, but it was basically no show, no call. But you know,
That's happening way too much to you.
I know. I don't know.
even pay
Maybe I'm
attention.
on the not photograph with Jerry list somewhere. I don't know.
Can I speak on that just for a second?
Go right ahead, my brother.
You know, and this kind of goes back to last week's podcast about appreciation.
Right.
How can I? Motherfuckers don't know when they're being handed. When they're being handed a gift and they shit on it.
Yeah.
And that's a damn. I mean, knowing what could be and knowing what's being thrown away.
Right.
That's a goddamn shame. That's all I got to say.
And that's how some people are. I mean, but you know, I wasn't going to dwell on it. You know, I don't, but it just was part of my week.
That just, even though I don't have anything to do with it technically in this
Right.
case, but still, I mean, over the last few months, I'm really seeing things for what they are, and you know what could be, what won't be. Just
Yeah.
you know, and
I did to go on with my week. I actually did some upgrades to the studio. I put in a new wood floor for one of the backgrounds, so it looks really good. I did that, and I actually did some housework. I hung a new flat screen in our bedroom.
Okay.
It's been sitting in the house for about a month now. And yesterday I went home and I said, I don't have anything else to do. So I hung the flat screen. Sheila came home and she was walking around and, you know, I put the box back where it was. So it didn't even look like I did anything. Then when she laid down on the bed and looked at the TV, she said, that's different. So, you know, little surprise, you know.
Yes, sir.
I can be domestic sometimes, you know. I will tell you this much, you know, how much the studio encompassed my life. And when I get a chance to do something like that, it feels like I'm slowly getting to some balance, you know, where I can be away from the studio and do things just like me and Sheila went out and how can I forget this? Me and Anthony Lytle shot together on Saturday up in DC, and that was an amazing experience. We shot 2 models. Shout out to Tiffany and Tammy. And we were on the wharf, not the waterfront. We were on the wharf, and then we went over to the cherry blossoms outside of the State Park golf course. And I think Anthony shot more there. I shot on the water because there's a dock where you could be right on the water, and you know I love that, so that's where I was. But Sheila hung out with me, saw a man at work, got me some BTS. She still haven't sent to my phone yet, but I will see it eventually, and I'm just so happy for that. So that's what's been going on in the world of the GMC. If you want to tell us what you guys have been up to, you can put it in the chat. You know, the Peanut Gallery, we're always ready to share your comments. But for now, we need to go to everybody's favorite segment. Flowers or powder for you. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, the flowers and powder segment. If you're new to the podcast or if you're true to the podcast, if you forgot how it goes and wants to know how it goes, we're going to go down 7, make a right on 5, and we're going to go to the man on the scene, our boy Van Gogh, and he'll let you know how we do flowers and powder. Take it away, Van.
All right. So, Flowers and Powder is a segment of the show we do every week where if somebody's done an amazing job, helped you out, whatever, you could give them virtual flowers, a big shout out, a nice little thank you. But if you've got that guy that's hogging up 2 lanes and you're driving and they're like hogging up 2 lanes in front of you, you just, I don't know, blow the horn at them, try to make a move out the way, wait till you get to the stoplight, powder your hands off, make them roll the window down, and smack the living dog shit out of it.
So, as we always do, we go around the room. If anybody's got any flowers or anybody got any powers, you can definitely. Okay, see, there they go. Even in the peanut gallery, that's Anthony, flowers to Tiffany and Tammy for doing an amazing job. Yep. Even though we got drone off the wharf, security was like, you can't do that here without a permit. But you can get a permit if you call this number. But you got to go right now. But they were very nice. The young lady actually was so nice. We were nice to her, and we just skedaddled, you know.
Were you in a public spot?
It's a privately owned wharf because they, you know, if they, you know, it was on the property of this new development. So there's the powder.
Yep.
And we got flowers for the GMC. All right, thank you.
Cool.
Any other flowers? Oh, well, here we go. I want to give flowers to the funeral home Shaw and Sons in Columbus, Ohio. They are the kindest people I've ever worked with.
Awesome.
That's great. Because during those times, you know, you got people who are money grubbers and all they're trying to do is suck every dime out of your family in your lowest point. But if you find someone who is really genuine, kind, and, you know, wants to support the family and make it an easier transition for them into that territory, you know, it can be a helpful situation. So that's great.
Yeah.
I'm
not quite powder yet, but I'm gonna put the baby powder on my hands and wait for the next reaction because somebody might be getting it.
okay.
So good news is I got, you know, a little office space that I'm gonna be working out of. It puts me between Baltimore and DC, so it'll be quicker for me to get back and forth to jobs that I'm doing. So the location is fairly nice for what I'm trying to do. Paid the deposit, went and picked up the keys. Then I noticed this transaction that tried to come through for, you know, some like the month already. I was like, it's not supposed to be there. Like, what's this? So the guy hit me up and was like, you know, you got to pay for the first month. I was like, that's not what we discussed. The first month was supposed to be free because I'm a new member and haven't used any of your services before. And that's not what we talked to. That's not what we discussed. And that's not even on the portal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, their VPN that tells you like when everything is due. Even on the portal, it says it's due
next month.
Mm-hmm. So I'm like, dude, what is going on? Like, you told me what to send. I sent it. I already went and picked up the keys. And now you're telling me that, no, you wanted this? No, I don't think so. Because I've got that one in your word when we met. And it's in writing on the portal.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, there could be a problem.
So now it's just find out time. They didn't have to round now. It's find out time.
Right.
Okay.
So I'm putting the powder on the hands, getting it ready, because if he tries to say something different, just go ahead and send me all my shit back and I'll go somewhere else. Because if you're trying to play games, and we've been negotiating this since December, so it's not like it's something new. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Any more flowers or powder? All hearts and minds are clear. Okay, so I got a little thing that we saw right before the show, and I want to show it now because I think we all could get a good conversation out of this, and I want to see where it takes us. Here we go. And this is going to be our hot topic of the day.
I saw you logged on at 9 a.m. on the dot this morning. Yes. And you go offline every day at 5 p.m. Right. Those are my working hours. You seem to be one of the only ones on the team who logs off while the rest of us are still working. Perhaps their working hours are different than mine. No, they just seem to care more about this job and wanting to keep it. I care about this job during the hours of 9 to 5, and I complete all of my work. It just sets a tone being so strict to log off and not be willing to work a minute over. All I'm saying is when promotions come around, you may be overlooked for not showing the same commitment as the rest of us. Or perhaps I will be the first candidate, as it shows I have great time management, being able to complete everything within my working hours. Now, I'm happy to give you some pointers if you'd like. Maybe it'll help you get from needing those 12 hours a day back down to closer to 8. Anyways, it's time for me to log off and go enjoy my personal life. Toodaloo.
So that, ladies and gentlemen, is a very common workplace tactic.
Yeah.
And over the years, I mean, I've been subjected to that, those types of comments forever. Now I'm at the point where I shouldn't say this, but a lot of times I don't give a fuck about upper management.
Well,
or what their problems are. So depending on what's going on, if I'm locked into a situation at work that I have to complete, then I'll stay till it's done. But other than that, I would encourage everybody not even to entertain that type of conversation when it comes your way.
well,
Punch out and go home. Fuck, your job ain't going anywhere. It'll be there tomorrow when you clock in.
Well, not just that, but the thing that I got from this was that the manager was on a severe case of gaslighting.
Yep.
Trying to gaslight and guilt her into working time that was going to be considered off hours, which means it's what?
Right.
Free. It
And
was.
her
She
work
didn't
was
say
already done.
overtime. She didn't say overtime. She wanted her to work, even though she completed her work and was done all of the tasks assigned to her for a day. That was extreme. That is an extreme case of gaslighting.
But that happens all the time, and it's up to. All right, I
My
guess
brother Eric.
it's up to workers to stand up against that and tell their bosses to go fuck off and punch out and go home.
What you think, man, Rich?
I mean, it's that simple.
Oh, fuck him.
I mean, like, there are times when you don't complete your work, and because you're a good employee, you may say, well, let me tidy this up. I'll stay here. I'll punch out, finish up
And
what
that
I
should
got to
always be,
do.
and that should always be
Right.
your own
Own
terms,
volition.
own
Right.
terms,
But-
not theirs.
How can she be looked over for a promotion or a raise or whatever if she completes her work in a allotted time given to her during the day when other people are working 12 hours?
You know what? I'm going to interject with the opposite voice of reason.
Can you
I've
bring your
done-
mic a little closer? I know they can't hear you. It's clear.
I've done what I've done
Thank you.
for a long time, but before I've done what I'm doing now, I've also worked other jobs where, yeah, there are tactics. Y'all are absolutely right, but you go against what they want and you will absolutely be on the wrong end of a situation. And I've been there. Therefore, tread lightly. Take all of the advice that you've heard and balance that with your situation.
But I mean, I understand that, but you've worked with me at the place that should remain nameless.
Fuck.
And you know that I used to get accolades for being able to do what other people couldn't do in a allotted time. Like if there was a prom and we had to shoot a bunch of people, I would shoot all those people and get them done before the time of the prom was over. Whereas other people would go to that same prom and be there hours afterwards because they don't understand their job and how to do it.
Mhm.
So if they're going to be praised for staying around and doing something that I did in the allotted time, why should they get a hand clap? It was looked at as if I just did my job, and it was looked at they did above and beyond.
See, now in that
Yeah, I
situation is when
You get
pull
what I'm
back.
saying?
Yeah.
Like I could go say, and I'm gonna tell you, in the school that I'm gonna talk about from the job that shall remain nameless was Bowie High School. Everybody went to Bowie, hated going to Bowie High School because they were there early, they stayed overtime and late, and they were always upset because they never got finished within a lot of time. I would go to Bowie, be in the same situation, in the same places, and be in the same room where they were, all of the exact same parameters, And me and my team would be going our way to dinner at dinner time and get a dinner break. And then when we finish, we would be on our way home, breaking down and getting out of the building on time.
Yeah,
It wasn't
I
bully
kind
from
of I kind of understand both sides of this, because like for me, one working as an electrician, if I know I'm 20 minutes away from finishing a job, I'm just going to stay that last 20 minutes and knock it out, so I don't have to come back the next day.
And that makes sense.
You get what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
that
what I'm
makes sense.
saying. I said that.
But like if it's a desk job and like this young lady situation
I was about to
where all of her work was completed in a certain time frame and that was just her work and that was it, that's all she was supposed to get accomplished in that 8 hours, I'm going home.
Right.
Now, the way I look at where I used to work, I was asked to do overtime, right?
But you're paid.
Well, here's the thing. So they were playing that game, all that, why don't you help us, all this bullshit. But I always looked at it this way, and I told them, if you're not ready to actually give me real overtime, I'm not working for an hour, and that's going to be eaten in taxes. I ain't going to see it. So the only time I did that is if they offered substantial.
man.
And just
So
like
that
Eric
had to
just
benefit-
said on
it
the
had to
screen,
benefit- Yeah, it had to benefit me, not the company.
you can be the best, but if they have an issue with you, they will find anything to keep things bad. Well, in my case, I will tell you, they did not have an issue with me. They didn't. They were very fair and accommodating to me because I was good at my job. But the whole idea is that why do they look at it like the other people who did the same job as me and took longer to do it were the warriors? They stuck it. You know what I mean? They hung in there and they got the job completed. And I'm like, bruh, they should have finished a lot sooner.
Sounds like they should have been fired.
No, they couldn't fire
Nah,
anybody.
that was a different type of job. Man.
Yeah,
I
they
got-
couldn't fire anybody.
Listen, man.
Like I put in my 2 weeks notice and they told me, you ain't leaving. Because they were so unused to people who had done a great job who said they had enough.
But I mean, for them to get more accolades
which is
or whatever.
crazy to me. I don't understand.
Yo, listen,
I can't.
listen.
They would say they actually the day I left, they told me I would be back.
Yeah.
They told me I was gonna be back.
Oh yeah. I'm sure.
Like I was taking heroin or some shit.
Oh yeah.
Like they were
No.
heroin and I was going to need to re-up.
Mm-mm. A lot
I
of
only
companies,
do about 5 senior portraits a year
Rich.
at the most now.
yeah, a lot of people do that.
I'm gonna make you love me. Nights like this, I wish that raindrops would fall.
Man.
I'm telling you,
No,
you know,
a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
A lot of people do that. Like one of the companies that I left, it was a crazy situation. I think I talked about it before. The guy that wrecked 3 vehicles in 2 days,
right?
came in the next morning and it was a safety meeting, and he walked in with the back bumper over his shoulder, and this was our annual meeting where we get our Christmas bonuses. And our Christmas bonuses was like all the little free shit you get at the counter at like the electrical supply house, like the little booties you put on your shoes and like the spare gloves
Because
and
all
the
of
thick
the
wooden
accidents
pencils.
he
Because all the
had.
accidents, they didn't have no money for the Christmas bonus. And I was like, this is not gonna work for me.
Did they give him
Like-
a crash? Did they give him
like-
a crash test?
Like I know for a fact that I saved y'all a $125,000 contract that was a 3-day job. I know I put that money into y'all's pocket. Like I saved y'all that money. And you're gonna hand me some shoe covers?
I got them over there in the box.
Look,
You can take 2 when you leave.
Man,
I
the
won't be
safety
mad.
meeting came in. The safety dude came in, and I was on my way out. I just went ahead and emptied all the stuff out the truck and put it on the counter. And they said, "Where you going?" I said, "I'm going home." He said, "Well, what you going home for?" I was like, "This is not going to work. Like this is not going to work out."
What I got out of the video is don't be scared to tell your boss no.
That's right. We
Uh-uh.
like the
It's
power of
no.
no.
You
To
can't.
show the power of no.
Shit, I was at work and it was like, can you do this in this department?
No.
You mean the department that's $2 more than me? Of
People have
course.
to.
I was like, of course I could do it. Y'all gonna compensate me though, right? It was like, you're just gonna be a good teammate. We give you a lunch voucher.
Yeah, it's like
I'm
good.
all
Fuck you.
I'm all right.
I eat.
It's just like.
Right.
It's just like. It's just like when they.
Would you like some sandwiches?
No, it's just like
I'm
it's just like the whole pizza party thing every week.
No,
That
cookies and
they do at
Kool-Aid.
work.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I
Like that's
hated
supposed
that
to
part.
be not to change subject, but like that's supposed to.
Oh, you got bad cord. I'm
You
sorry.
know, don't get me wrong. I love food. You know,
Yeah.
I love food.
I be
But
saying
at the end of the day,
the pizza
give
party.
us give us some money. Give us some money that funds pizza.
You know what's
Pizza
really
party
weird
be lit.
is that
Oh, no, I mean,
I
that's
don't
what
like
I'm sure they
pizza
are.
that much. Like if I'm eating pizza, it's because it's the last resort.
Man.
So
Or somebody else bought it.
or somebody else bought it. Because if you bring a pizza in here and I haven't eaten all day, and
Hey.
I will pick them damn olives off that bitch and eat them and save the olives
Hey
for
man, the
somebody
last
else.
one didn't have no olives on it, yo.
I don't think I had any when you and Jay was eating it.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
You didn't
I
have
did.
none?
No,
Oh.
No, I work
Yeah.
with some
I
strange
purposely
characters.
didn't get no olives for you.
I worked with a
my
dude.
brother.
I worked with a dude called
I
Scrapyard
wasn't
one
gonna
time.
Kill you.
Scrapyard.
Scrapyard. Yep. Because we're electricians, so he would go around and
Picking up scraps.
picking up scraps of copper from anywhere.
Yeah.
I swear,
That
you
shit
knew
can
when
add
he
up.
was on the job because the floors were clean. Like leave an aluminum soda can down, it was gone. Like it could have soda in it, and he was coming by to grab it. So when we had the company meeting, and they had like this little raffle to give out like some tools and
Thank
stuff.
you, Christy. Olives are good.
I'm glad y'all like
They
them.
were
They
like-
taste like naked butt.
They were like, you know what?
They taste like air farts.
Don't even give Steven
I have
tools.
no reference for that.
Just give him the
You never
scrap
been
wire
down on
that
a
everybody
girl
has
and
in
she
their
gave
pocket,
you a
and he'll
little
be
chin
good.
chaser with a.
Oh hell no.
You've never been
Wait a
down on a
minute,
girl
wait a
and she
minute,
gave you a little chin chaser.
Jerry.
Not
Jerry.
that I can remember, no.
You might have
To me,
overlooked
Jerry,
it.
Now,
Yes.
now, eating air
I
farts.
just chalked that up
Can you
as-
explain that, please,
I
for
chalked that up as
myself?
sweet.
You going down on the girl and she give you a
Wow.
little chin chaser
Okay, so you
because
had
you
people
didn't got
fart-
her.
so
You
you've
didn't
had
got her
people
so
fart-
aroused that she can't control
Are
her
they
farts.
pussy farts or ass
called
farts?
a
That
queef.
was from an ad.
No,
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 I'm
no,
not
no,
talking
no,
about a
no,
queef.
no,
I
no,
could
no.
deal with a queef. I'm
He's-
talking about a
he's
booty
literally
fart.
talking-
So you're eating ass
Fuck no.
farts.
That ain't
I'm
that.
not eating ass farts. I'm not eating ass farts.
And then you
Fuck
look at
no.
these guys like they're supposed to know. Really?
I'm
Jay,
not eating
God bless
ass
you on the
farts.
island by yourself with that one.
You never had a. You just
Listen.
don't know.
Nah, I
No,
don't.
I don't eat ass farts.
Y'all done got creepy. Y'all done got a creepy one out there.
Somebody-
The girl done
somebody-
got you with a creepy one before.
So, well, no, they better excuse themselves.
Hey, yeah.
If they say that, well, then they not in the right frame of mind to say anything if you doing it right.
Well, I would have got the fuck up like.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, it did, didn't it? It wouldn't left
Man,
it
It's
really
supposed,
good.
it's supposed to go left. It might go right too. Who knows?
But no, we not going that far off the
Oh, yeah, we
ranch.
are.
No, we not.
Oh, yeah,
we
we
getting
are.
ready to bring it right back into our subject of the night.
Would
Circle
that be
of trust.
gaslighting?
Love you, but we can't kick it no more, dog. I'm on this path and you on that path. It's not personal. We had to make the decision of this baggage right here. Maybe the family, it may be the homie, maybe mama, maybe daddy, maybe whoever it is, but we have to make it the ultimate decision to know that we got to carry this baggage and we got to do all of this work. So we need to make sure that our circle is right, starting with us first.
So that sums up what this whole idea of this show is about, the circle of trust. I walked in the room and I was talking to Van. I was like, you know, how many people actually do like a check, wellness check on that circle of trust?
I got a lot to unpack about this whole thing. I do.
Because sometimes there, and we're going to let you go in,
Yeah, yeah.
but sometimes there are people in your circle.
That you check on that they don't check on you.
Well, not just that don't need to be in your circle anymore, but through things like you not wanting to hurt feelings, or that they've been around so long, so they've been grandfathered into your circle of trust, and they're not adding anything to the betterment of your life. They're not adding anything to your career. They're not adding anything to your personal growth. They don't add anything. They're just there. They're a hanger on. They're a fanboy. They're a leech. They don't offer anything, but they're there because you've allowed them to linger for too long, and you've allowed them to stay around. You know, just like when the football players get their contract, they say nothing's going to change about me. And other people say everything going to change about me. I'm going to change my address. I'm going to change my car. I'm going to change everything. Welcome to the stage, Miss Jay McCole.
Jay.
What's up, Jay?
But what I'm saying is that, you know, I mean, you have your, and this is where we going. And after this, I'm going to let you guys chime in. You have your ride or dies. You have your backpack people that's you are on. They are when you can't backpack people. That means that when, hold on, let me tell you. Backpack people are the ones that can, I'm trying to tell you, are the people that when you can't carry your weight, when you can't carry your weight,
They got you.
they got you. And when they can't carry their weight, you got them. Because that's a backpack person. They go on take the backpack for you when you get a little bit tired and vice versa. So, I mean, when it comes to like the circle of trust, are there people that are like grandfathered in that you should be actually aging out?
I think I aged out everybody. 100%. I really feel that way though. Like I had people I grew up with that's still doing the exact same thing now. And I don't really like keep them around.
Mhm.
Like I stopped shooting music videos because of this shit.
Oh, man.
Yeah, like if it's not for me, I don't want it around. Like this cord.
Yeah, we need to age that cord out.
Cord. That's what we're going to do. Yeah.
But you said you had a lot to unpack. Go right ahead, sir.
Pause.
So, okay, all right. I wasn't about to say anything that would require a pause. Or not yet. It'll happen. So as far as like my circle, the circle of trust, I have a few friends, sure. But as far as the circle of trust, within that, you know, besides y'all, I only have 3 people outside of here.
Okay.
I mean, I'm assuming when you took circle of trust, that's what is that?
Well, the circle of trust is like a play on terms from the movie Meet the Fockers. It's like Robert De Niro, or was it? It was Robert De Niro, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was like the head of the family. He was the oldest patriarch of the family. And whenever somebody new came in the family, one, he used to work for the FBI or CIA or something, and he would check them out. And then once he vetted them, he would allow them to enter the circle of trust. Now, for laymen and for people, you know, that never saw the movie, it's just your boys. It's just your crew, the people that you hang with that are supposed to be your ride or dies. If you kill somebody, you call them up and you say you need to hide a body. They don't ask questions. They just come over with a shovel and a bag.
I'm gonna test that out one day.
You know, but that's what I'm saying. You know, they just don't ask questions.
And this is why he don't have my number.
Right. Me? Or
No,
him?
him.
Oh.
So, like for me, right? Like I don't know, a million different people and stuff like that. So, yeah.
I wasn't laughing at you. I was laughing at Scott.
I
was laughing at Scott.
Mike.
I was laughing at
You know, I don't really know a lot of people, so the ones that I do know, I need to be able to trust them and stuff like that. So I do consider those people within the circle and of trust, because if I can't trust anybody, then I don't have any use for you. I can't. I've been through too much now, you know. So
Let's see what I mean.
You definitely have a use for people you don't trust, though.
Oh yeah, no,
they're a litmus test.
Yeah, you gotta
send
keep
them to do the
around,
dirty
man.
work.
So check this out.
If you're lazy, man, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to deal with you. You're gonna make me feel dumber. You know, you're gonna lower my level. I don't think so. You can go over there.
So I've played that one for, first of all, God rest his soul, Kobe. But how many times do you have people who are not adding to the positivity of your life in your circle?
What was the question again?
Yeah.
How many times do you have people that are not adding to or making? They aren't. Put it like this: you're moving upward. You're on an upward trajectory, and everybody
And they're
around you in your
stagnant.
circle is moving in an upward trajectory, and you have this one person who's still like, I'm here. I'm right there. I'm still where I am.
And
Like,
cool, and they
cool being there. But like everybody else is on another level, but they're still in your circle of trust.
or trying to go to another.
Well, see, again, this goes back to not having a lot of friends. I know that sounds pathetic, but
No,
Go ahead.
It sounds
Okay,
pathetic as
No,
no,
really.
because I got it. I want
Sounds
the
real.
next video I'm going to play is going to probably address what you're talking about. Go ahead.
But I know within my little crew, those people are going to be with me. So, and we all do our different things. So it's not one person above another or below or this or that, but we're all supportive.
But that's the
So-
key.
so
Support.
Y'all
all-
are parallel, but on different lines, pretty much.
Yeah,
is what
you know,
you're saying.
one friend, she's an artist, another, everyone here. So everybody, different things, but we all support and show love to each other.
And that's a good thing. But
And
if are
and
you
plus,
are you
one-
all trying to get better at what you're doing?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what
In
what
our-
I'm
in our
talking
own
about.
ways, yeah, in our
And
own ways. yeah.
and the
Yeah.
person who may need to be weeded from the chaff
doesn't exist.
well for you, but the biblical saying, you got to move the chaff from the wheat.
Shaft.
What I'm saying is there might be somebody who sees all of you on another trajectory is going in a different level, and you're trying to better yourselves, and they like, I'm fine where I am. And sometimes they're the anchor that keeps you from getting to that next level because you can't raise up because they holding you down because they're still in your group.
You gotta think big, bitch.
I mean,
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Right.
But let's say if I had somebody like that I knew personally that was causing a problem like that,
Mm-hmm.
there would be a discussion.
Right.
And
I'm too old to deal with this stupid
and
shit. You
here
know what
you
I'm
go.
saying?
Yeah, because this doesn't sound pathetic, John. Some people keep tight circles for a reason. So that's
You know what my reason is? It's because I suck at meeting people. But I
you can be a
Shanna,
jagged
Good-
pill.
good
If
job.
people don't get to know you,
Good
you can be a jagged pill.
So
I
just
don't.
by universal reasons. I mean,
But what?
Goes down like an uncoated aspirin.
Right. You
They cause
if people took you at face
I've been
value
around
on
that
their
too.
first
That's what it
meeting,
is.
well, that's a
by
problem.
that-
No, we don't talk.
if
People
they
do
yeah,
that.
if they
And then
take
they
and I
automatically
said,
assume.
fuck it, he's not that much an asshole as he's saying he is. And
No, I
that's
just
why
really want on
people
podcasts
understand.
and
No,
Facebook,
not that.
not
But you get to know. And
Fuck that. John's an asshole.
he is an asshole. But he's
Try
not
going the other way, but it doesn't pay anymore.
but he's not a
It
whole
doesn't-
ass,
it doesn't
which
pay
is
to be nice to
different.
certain people anymore.
Yeah.
Just
You-
an asshole.
He's an asshole, but he's not a whole ass. And this is what you got to do. You got to know.
wait,
the
There's
difference.
nothing wrong with many people knowing you or with you having many acquaintances, but you should have very few friends. Most people in this bullshit fake life don't know the difference between an acquaintance and a friend because most people don't understand what true loyalty is. But back to the point, keep your circle tight, but your influence large. Many people can and should know of you. Always be very polite and courteous to people, but always understand that you can probably only have a select handful of true friends, true brothers in arms, true people that would love you and do anything for you. That's a very, very small circle. So your circle of influence can and should be large, but keep your actual circle solid and full of good people. Now, the next principle you need to follow is that God will always test you to see what you can handle.
Is someone that looks like
So I mean, like, I don't
I was actually going to talk about that.
right.
That
Because
Wow.
some people don't know the difference between being in your circle and being an acquaintance of yours. And they think that they're in your circle and they're not. You just know them. And
I think there's a very distinct, if I can hit on that, I think there's a very distinct
Yeah, some people don't know
difference.
the
So if you're in
difference.
so let's say if you're in my circle,
Mhm.
we're gonna talk.
Can
Can we just let's just get it out?
we're reading the comments. We're reading the
Who's
comments.
this Facebook user? Who is it?
Who
It just says.
it's Eric, because the way that the platform works is that you
No,
have
I
to,
understand.
Yeah,
but, I'm trying
yeah,
to
but we
refer
know-
somebody to just
yeah,
this
but
Facebook
that's
user.
Eric.
So I guess all Facebook users can be assholes.
No, he.
You know, Mark Zuckerberg's fucking dick.
Can you not say that while we're on Facebook?
Man, fuck Mark.
The views expressed by antisocial photography are not the views expressed. All right, hold on. Give me 1 second. I want to read this comment. I'm the same way. I am an introvert and a little hard to figure out for some. Hey, you have to leave them guessing sometimes. So those who don't want to take the extra time to get to really know me aren't worthy of my time.
I agree with her. I mean, that's kind of like my life a little bit in a nutshell. So, I mean,
And those that have stuck around, I appreciate, and they are happy they stayed as well.
Yes.
Well,
yes,
I'm gonna tell you one thing. If you just watched the comments over the last 6 months that Sean has put on his podcast, you know that she a ride or die. You know that you never have to worry. You can tell if she ride for you, she ride for you. If she didn't, she would have been off his podcast 6 months and 1 week ago.
Oh, yeah. You can tell it.
Shout out to Shauna for being a rider.
Yes. Now,
because she's an eater.
I didn't say eater. I said rider.
But no, I'm saying like all the stuff. Like if you read everything she said, she's an eater. She loves being sexually fulfilled. She loves being a part of the GMC and adding to the collective.
hit me up on the IG.
She's all.
John,
hey, you gotta find your chill, John.
John with this. So hear me out. Yeah. Can I say can I finish? That's John's favorite phrase. Can I finish?
John, the one in the pack. You sit there, John. We gonna do the work for you, man. Don't say nothing to these girls.
You know why you sit at the bar and you put the most expensive drink in front of. Like he got the 1748 bottle in front of him,
right?
And you be like, "That's my boy John. He drinking 1748."
And the first thing that come out,
see there he go. See there he go, fucking up the rotation.
Do it again, Johnny. I'm gonna be John.
Puff, pass.
Look, here we go.
This
my boy John. He's sitting at the bar over there with the bottle of 1748.
Hey, girl, do you suck dick?
Wow.
I mean, it's directed to the point.
Sound like she'll make you finish before you're ready.
And you wonder why I'm single.
Halfway out my mouth of saying thank you, and I stumbled over my wow. I tried. I was giving you love and it went left, as always.
It's direct and to the point, but you didn't realize you were in a cop bar, son.
And that's when you see, like, sir, do you know that? I've never seen that man a day in my life.
I never.
But you're on the podcast together. That wasn't me. That was Preston.
My alter ego knows him. That's the thing.
And the whole idea is what I'm saying is that. No, but what we were saying is about, knowing the difference between friends, acquaintances, and people in your inner circle. And there was
there's a distinct difference.
Yeah, because there's the triangle.
Circle,
yeah.
Those are the very close ride and die.
Because
we'll
go
talk
ahead.
about shit that we may not talk to an acquaintance about.
Oh wow. What's up, Mr. He said?
Yo, he said.
Hey.
What
What's
up,
going
gang?
on, son?
I am so happy that you joined in. Come in anytime you feel like it. If you ever want the link, just let me know. But I know that you were in Ramadan, so I didn't want to try to, push. Peace and blessings to you and your lovely wife, Mrs. She said. I saw her a couple times, but they are celebrating Ramadan right now.
Man, I did that once. That shit rough.
It's hard.
That shit rough.
Because you have to fast from sun up to sundown. And dates. That's what it was. When I was watching it, I know. Remember last week when we were talking about Ramadan, and I said they always started off with a fruit. I couldn't figure out what it was, but over in in I'm sorry, Israel, when they finish Ramadan and they're sitting down for their meal, the first thing they eat is dates. Because fruit is the first thing that they celebrate with. So I had to make sure that I remembered that. But yeah, we appreciate you, Mr. He said. But
that's what happened when I finished though. The first thing I ate was a date.
Wow.
Only the midget.
I love you, even though we can't see.
SJ comes in perfectly.
Put it on the screen, man.
She been up there for a minute.
She's on the screen.
Yeah.
You know I'm at my favorite place to be, so you can't see me.
Put a light on.
Shine a light on her. Woo. Shine a light on her.
Turn the lights off.
Well, I can't drive like this.
Turn the lights off.
Actually, you can drive with a light on. You know it's not against the law. I don't
No,
know.
that was all the lights.
You can't.
No. That's a lie. My mother told me when I was a kid.
We were told a lot of things. As kids.
Yeah, we were told a lot of shit that wasn't true. And driving with a light on in your car is not against the law because
Getting
guess
head
what?
in the car is not against the law.
But guess what? You know why? Because back in the day, how did you navigate?
Maps.
Oh, man.
How could you navigate?
If you didn't have
He's not that old. He don't know.
light.
Oh, my bad. I said maps. Y'all talking about like stars, moons.
But so you could always drive with a light on because you had to navigate with maps back in the day. So that was a lie that you know where it came from. And John, you may not know about this.
I probably don't.
Black people drove with the lights out to keep the cops from knowing who was driving in the car.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
That
why my
was
windows.
That's why I was
15%.
always told to keep the light out.
Keep the light out in the car because if back then every car was a fishbowl. We didn't have 5% tint. Every car was a fishbowl. And so in order to keep ourselves safe, they taught you to drive with the light out so they couldn't tell who was in the car. Yep. So in case that is your
hence, that's where the police spotlight came from.
Right.
So that they could shine the light in the car. Like
Mama told them.
Yep.
Oh, we have a new joinee. Oh, Cupcake. What's up, Cupcake? What's up, girl?
Cupcake,
how you been? We miss you.
Where you been?
Cupcake. Another lie we were told.
What's that?
That you have to use a turn signal to change lanes. In Maryland, it says you only use your turn signal to change direction. You don't have to use it when you change.
No, fuck that.
See, I'm not fucking with him.
That's not a lie. That's not a lie. Y'all use them damn turn signals.
Yeah, please do.
No,
use that shit.
Because I know he is our resident. He is our resident handy lawyer. He's our resident handy dandy lawyer. But sometimes you gotta fight for your right to party with this motherfucker.
I'm just saying, Dan, I do agree.
He will be right on point with the law. But by the time you spent $1,700 or $17,000 for your lawyer to look up that statute, it's too late. Way too late.
Or weekend in lockup.
Don't listen to him, y'all.
I mean, I kind of agree because I definitely switched lanes in front of a cop and did not use my signal.
Cupcake, I saw that comment. I took it down because everybody don't need to know my photography business. But I got you. I was going to call you about that because I am so proud of you and where Kayla's heading. So you just hit me up. You got my phone number. It never changed.
Man, say you ain't got to use that turn signal.
Yeah. But you know what? After people look through 17 law books on the statutes of the state of Maryland, he will be right, but you did already wasted $27,000. You know, the number just went up.
Van
is probably right.
Van will have your ass in lockup all weekend. Listen to him if you want.
But when you go to court, when you go to court, you'll win. It's just getting to court that's the problem. You will take a nugget upside the head, but guess what? When you get to court, they'll be like, case dismissed. He was right. But in the meantime, you got Officer Friendless on your damn neck. Talking about, I don't want you to breathe. Too soon? Too soon?
No.
Not too soon?
Oh, but to get back on topic, though.
Yeah, let's get it.
What I was going to say about the circle of trust.
Hey, Jay. Who's that? Oh, that's Cupcake.
Is that I personally have a couple different circles of trust, right?
Uh-huh.
And what I be
Step
learning,
forward.
what I be learning though, right? Is you have the circle over here of these people, and you trusting these people with this part of your life,
Right.
And you have this circle over here,
Yep.
and you trusting those people for a different part of your life, and you might have another circle right here. Now, what I used to do in my younger days is once you
lump them all together,
blend it, and that's when the issues start.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm learning, like, all right,
professional.
These my professional people. These my hood niggas. These my spiritual guidance and shit. Like, and everyone, it might be one out of the other that can, like, boom, and then you create in another circle over here. But you can't really combine all them things. Right? It's hard.
Everybody serves their purpose,
right?
Yep.
For lack of a better.
So, check this out.
You see, people will get attracted to you. A lot of friends, right? Some of them already falling off. Some sorry friends, man. But how do you know who you keep in your inner circle and who you keep out? Well, let's say you lie about something. Let's say you get arrested. Let's say you didn't go to church Sunday. The ones that stay on there, that's your inner circle. That's who you keep there, guys.
And that's right. Because
I know damn well if I get arrested, ain't nobody coming for me.
Because see, that's the whole idea. It's like, and the metaphor of the balloon was like when your times get rocky. And sometimes, you know, when you do something, people just bail out on you because they don't know the situation. They don't know what what actually happened.
Right.
And they don't know the true behind the scenes story. They just bail out on you because they're not your friend. They're your associate. They're somebody who knows you, and they're not ready to go in with you.
Right.
Now, but quote unquote friends can be the same exact way when they should have been acquaintances instead of friends. You have those, I guess they are the chameleons.
And this is exactly what you were hitting on from Mr. He said, compartmentalize. We as men have to be honest with ourselves and others, so only genuine people will want to be around.
Right.
So if I can respond to that. So I don't have to worry. So within my circle of friends, if something happens, I know one or two may take care of the problem, of course, depending on what it is. So, you know, I don't have.
I will do just about anything for my friends except for kill. I'll fight with you.
I
will pull you out of a fire. I will do whatever. But I don't know if I will kill for you because guess what? I love you, but I'm not dumb.
That's situational.
I will help you bury a body, I guess. I'm not going to say that for sure because guess what? I'm on live TV right now, so I don't know if I would actually.
Usually, it's hypothetical. We're speaking hypothetically.
Hypothetically, it's situational because I promise you, and I know this ain't gonna never happen because she got crazy ass biceps. But hypothetically, she is going to kick her ass. Really? If you walked in a room and you see Jay underneath a man getting just
well, then it's time to rock, dude.
I don't think that'll ever happen.
And I said hypothetically.
Look at her face. Stay there. Stay there. Stay there. Stay there. Stay there.
That's that fuck around and find out shit right there.
Hey, listen, I ain't trying to find out. Listen,
Right.
Listen, and he got a gun so you gonna
I love
blast.
you, Mr. He said.
You gonna-
Allegedly.
Listen, right? You gonna blast because you got.
Wait, you gotta say no diddy behind stuff like that.
Because sometimes it's situation.
See, but that's not killing a person at that point. That's protecting
Yeah,
a
that's
life.
protecting.
Yeah, that's different.
Listen, I'm not with your shit no more.
Hey, man, you better call Saul.
If I love you, I'll body a motherfucker for it.
Well, that
100%.
You know what? But the whole idea is that, and this is where most people don't understand.
Now hold up. I don't plan to.
Right. No.
I don't plan to, but
No,
I'll
but this is
definitely-
what most people don't understand, because you weighing your responsibility and your love over what they would do for you.
See, it's not about what they would do for me; it's what I would do for them, right?
But
'Cause
guess
the Bible
what?
said, treat
People the way you would want to be treated.
So I can't go on if you gonna do it for me. I gotta go on if I would want you to do it for me.
You're beautiful for that.
That's it.
But I also have to take into account when I know a person's character.
Hey,
Can I be extending my olive branch further than they would extend a palm to me?
Here's the thing, Jerry. Now, if we're
they're not
talking,
part of your circle.
if we're
And that's where we're talking about right now. That's and we're going. No, I'm going to let you.
Yo,
I have stopped. I've let you talk more than once.
Oh,
But what I'm saying is that
What's wrong with you?
I don't know.
no.
If anybody
Go
knows
ahead.
a therapist,
Go ahead.
please have them hit up the line.
No.
Okay.
You a dick. But go ahead.
I sincerely asked the people for help, and I'm a dick. So, we talked about stigmas and shit a couple weeks ago, and you're like, "Oh, never mind." That's
Wow.
hey, who's the asshole?
Slide to the right.
And the dick says what?
No, but let me interrupt. But circle situation. You know that person's going to help take you. You're going to take care of that person. You know, you're going to help it. It's not going to be that.
Correct.
So, depending on what I find myself getting into, I know there's people that'll help as long as I didn't do something fucked up or
Well, that's the whole idea. If you're on an
and they know
elevation
if I
plane,
can, I'm going to do what I can to try to help them out.
if you're on an elevation plane, you're not gonna fall into those negative situations because the people in your circle will be there to keep you from going in that direction.
Mhm.
If you're in the right circle, you're not gonna end up
Yeah, your
at
circle,
Eldorado's.
Your circle will check you.
You're not going to end up at Eldorado's with a girl on your lap.
Is that shit still open?
I'm just making a hypothetical.
No, it's not.
What is Eldorado?
It's a strip club. You're not going to end up in a unnamed strip club
Allegedly.
with a girl on your lap
Allegedly won't end up at a
who
strip club.
belongs to a drug dealer who's going to come in and pull a gun on you because your circle will not allow you to be in those situations.
I've done stuff on social media, right? And if I've had people within call me up, be like, dude, this, you know, kind of like check me in a way.
I check you all the time,
What,
John.
what, what do you mean?
No
What do you
pause.
mean? What do you- what do
I've
you-
only ever been to two.
What do you
strip
mean?
clubs.
Okay.
I didn't like
What do you
either one of
mean?
them.
You done stuff?
I
with
liked
social
every
media?
strip club I
No.
was ever in, except for the
Stuff that I
bullet
post
wounds
on
and
Facebook
C-section
stuff that
scars
might
strip
not
club.
really-
No, I've only ever been in two.
Stuff
I didn't like.
I've been in
either
like
one.
60.
Just, you know, we're looking out.
I've been
So
to
Nice
two.
let,
to get some really
hold
good
on,
that.
hold on. Let's read this comment from my girl Shauna. Exactly. People start weeding their own self out of my circle if something like that comes up. And I have to weigh helping them on the fact of would they do the same if the tables were reversed. And guess what? That is a good point on your circle. Your circle should be balanced. It shouldn't be something where I would do this. Would they do this? It should be, I know they do this.
Yeah, so there should be no question.
And maybe they don't belong in your circle, they belong in your triangle. Because the triangle is is people who know you at the bottom of the triangle, friends in the middle of the triangle, and then your confidants at the top of the triangle. Because that way, and just like Mr. He said, there is a compartmentalization of the people in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we don't compartmentalize well. And we allowed that bleed through to go into each level. And there's some people that need to be in the friend zone. Girls, y'all, women, ladies, y'all are amazing at the friend zone. Men aren't as good.
Wait.
Come on, bring it.
True.
Wait a minute. What do you mean? What do you mean they're good at it?
You my boy, you my homie. You know, they don't know how to take it.
Who, women?
Men.
No, Diddy.
Because you my homie, you my boy. That means that you in the circle. To men,
Right.
You're trying to be in.
I get what he's trying to say. That a lot of men are trying to, I guess, be independent and stand on their own. So when you try and back another guy up, it's like, why are you trying to back me up when I got this? Like, if I got this on my own, like, why are you, you know? I understand what he's trying to say.
Nigga, because I'm your friend. That's why.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Friends back, friends up.
your ride or die is at the top. That's what I'm talking about.
Let's have a moment of prayer.
I saw it. Yeah, you're right.
Your friends don't need explanations, and your enemies won't believe them.
Yo,
that's why you show.
Community Scott, my friend.
I'm with you, yo.
But I just fucking heard that.
Right there.
That shit was beautiful.
Look at your circle. Look at the individuals that you're around. And this is not about judging anyone, but listen to what they're talking about and ask yourself one particular question. Is there any validity in their conversation that resonates with where I'm trying to go? And if not, I am not telling you not to be their friends, but I'm simply saying it's hard to elevate if the people around you are not in the same mindset to do so. You will find yourself basically taking on their behaviors, their ideologies and philosophies, and therefore not living your own truth. There is only one objective truth, but in a sense there is subjective truth as it applies to your life as an individual. What are you going to do? I highly suggest you take some time to think about it. Please follow me again on Instagram. I greatly appreciate it. Please check out our YouTube. I would love for you to hit that subscribe button. Also check me out on TikTok. I'm Mr. J. Have a blessed and prosperous day. God bless. We'll speak soon.
Fuck, this nigga just changed his outfit.
But the main thing about what he was saying is about how you compartmentalize the people who are for you, the people who are just there, and the people that don't give a fuck about you. They just know that being attached to you is a positive move.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
Yeah.
A lot of times people attach themselves to you just because they want the fall off.
Right.
Explain.
All right.
Yep.
So
I had those before.
You know somebody and you're working with them.
Okay.
And what you're doing is cool, but they like, I want to know the guy he attached to. So why you look over there? Because I pointed.
Raining. No, I thought it was raining.
No.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is like, think of it as like in this case, I'm just going to throw some names out.
Okay.
Allegedly.
You know Tammy.
I do, Dr. Rogers.
Okay. I'm just starting out in this business. I ain't got no pot to piss in.
Mm-hmm.
But I know if I want to get cast in a play or a musical or a movie, I need to know Tammy because she the plug.
Mm-hmm.
You know Tammy.
Okay.
So I'm going to come at you because I know you know Tammy, and I can add something to what you're doing on a level where eventually I'll get around Tammy enough to know who she is, and then I can plant seeds to go where I want to go, which is to Tammy through you.
But in actuality, I don't give a fuck about
I don't give a fuck about
I don't
you.
like
I give a fuck about getting to Tammy. And that happens in our business a lot. You know, there are hundreds of people who go, I want the plug, but I'm going to go through the connect to get to the plug, which happens so much. Even if you look at the drug game, I want to go to the connect to get to the plug, but I'm going to go to the plug first and make them believe that I'm 100% committed to them so I could get to the plug.
I mean, it's questions that's involved for me. It's like, if I know Dr. Rogers and shit, like, are you trying to like create a bond with me?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Well, literally, if you know who I am, like, can you put me on? There you go.
We're talking about the people who are not direct. We're talking
Some
about the
people who don't think like that.
Who don't
aren't
think
direct.
like that.
They're not truthful.
They're
like
not
that.
direct like that.
They're gonna act like they want to be down with you when in fact
Read the
plan.
comment right there. To use someone as a step up to benefit themselves. So basically stepping on you because they don't give a fuck about you and your feelings. They don't care.
So like,
They will.
That's why I was asking the question.
I'll-
Like,
I'll-
is they shitting on me?
No,
Is they trying to shit
I'll-
on me?
I'll
Or
give
shit,
you-
like,
no,
they
no.
weeding me out?
No, you will
I'm trying to
never,
figure this
you
out.
won't
But they
ever
can
know
do
it.
that too.
You will never know that they don't even care about you. They just gonna play the game
putting
as
on a
tight
fake
as they
face.
can.
So in other words, you just made a new friend.
You made a friend and you bond with them and you drinking with them and you hanging with them, and they don't give a shit about you. They just doing all this for
They
shits
just
and
wanna know
giggles
who you know.
to get with the person you know. Not saying that you don't mean something to them. They cool with you.
which may not actually be a problem until some shit goes down and they go left on your ass because they never gave a fuck about you anyway.
See,
Right.
I think I'm missing it a little bit, right? Because what I'm hearing describes like business tactics.
No,
One-on-one.
but guess what?
Yeah.
One-on-one,
But
yeah.
the whole idea is that if I wanted to get to know Tammy, I would tell you up front, I'm going to do a good job for you to the point where you will introduce me to Tammy. I would tell you that up front. I don't have a problem with you knowing my end game if I'm really cool with you.
Right.
But if I don't know how to play the game correctly, I'm going to put my shit on the side and hide what I'm trying to do because I don't want to offend you. I don't want to let you know that you ain't the important motherfucker. They are.
I'll give you an example because it happened to me. And I know I bring her up a lot on these podcasts, but my ex used to do that shit to me.
It's gaslighting in a way.
Right. Like, we were having some issues and we were supposed to talk about it that evening. I was like, let's sit down and try and work this out, blah, 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 blah. She says, well, I've got this thing to do. Not that important. I was like, okay, cool. So she takes off. She's doing her thing or whatever. And one of my buddies calls me up and he's like, hey, how come you're not here at this whole fashion show that we're having? And I was like, but I told you earlier that me and, her, we were going to have a discussion. And my house right now is a little bit more important than what's happening out there. And that's why we were cool, because he knew that I was always about taking care of the home first.
Right.
So he's like, okay, well, I'm confused because she's here.
Mm,
Oh, really?
mm,
Oh, really?
mm.
But that was my friend calling me to say, I understand what you're going through, but I thought maybe y'all had hashed it out because she's here.
Right.
So basically, she was trying to toss me under the bus and say that I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do when I'd already had the discussion with him.
All right. Yeah. See,
And
So
you know what?
that's a little
yeah.
different.
And let's reverse it. and we're gonna reverse it right quick because I want to give them a clear. This will give you a clear idea.
It's just one man over here.
No, all right. Because I'm not talking. I'm talking
That
to
is
the
not
audience.
my pronouns.
No, I'm looking at my brother, who I know is a heterosexual male. I'm not saying they, which I know, but what I'm saying is that look at it this way. Whenever the DC Glory Hole girls come,
Okay.
even from the beginning of our, us shooting together,
Okay.
you like somebody and their aesthetic. True.
I was a fan of.
You was a fan of somebody,
Yes. Like, cool.
and I was like,
shout out to Quincy.
yeah, Quincy Rowe.
Right.
And whenever,
Like,
yeah, it's
go ahead.
no problem. And I was like, oh my God, I know her. And you was like, you know her? I'm like, yeah. You want to shoot her? Because guess what? With me, I don't care if I'm cool with you. I will put you to the plug.
I ain't use you to get to know damn.
You
Quincy.
didn't. That's what I'm saying. You didn't even try to use me.
Her on the fly.
You didn't know. You didn't
Yeah.
try to use me.
Right.
You said you liked her. I said, let me hook up a shoot. Because when you in the circle,
That's not exactly what happened.
we went. Yeah, I found out that she.
You knew
No,
someone else.
no, I knew
Right.
Quincy. I had already
You told
known
me,
Quincy.
You told me then. You just met her.
Yeah, but I didn't care as much as it seemed that you did to know her. At that point,
no.
at that point,
We ain't
come
gonna
on.
do that. We ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, we are.
I said, oh shit. Do
That's
the
why I
pandemic.
keep it down.
Do the pandemic. I look like piss. Like, like during the pandemic, I found out about Joy. I was like, damn, we was where we was at.
Right.
And I told you about that.
Right.
He was like, oh yeah. You talking about because it was the other chick. We're going off topic. That shit
But
don't
what
matter.
I'm saying is
Listen,
that you said that you would love to shoot Quincy, and I was like, okay, cool, let's set it up.
Good.
Because I knew that you weren't using me as an end game to
Right.
get to Quincy. You were here. You my boy. We was photographing together. I didn't care. But then you got other people who would have been a total exact opposite. Once they knew that I knew Quincy, they would have used it. They would have used it to try to get the Quincy just because they knew I knew her.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like it's weird, right? Because like let's take them out of it, right? Like,
But I gotta give real life situations. I can't.
Yeah.
I don't want to cloud the issue. It's not like you ever used me to get to somebody. You would never do that. You'd be like, yo, if I needed to, I would have bought a ticket to whatever the place we went, and I would have walked around there until I saw her with my camera, and I would have took a picture of her. Because if you really were into that's
literally what I did.
Right.
But I'm saying like in certain situations, I'm not saying it's okay because I get how negative this shit might sound, right? But like, let's say my man Mark, who does podcasts, and he wound up linking with Charlemagne, right?
right.
And everybody know I'm a fan of Charlemagne.
Right.
I might not know Mark that well. I might seen him once or twice and shit. So when I see him, I go like, "Yo, Mark, what's up?" You feel me? Like that's my way in to get to somebody who I want to help us get certain way. But it's like that's why I say it's a business technique more than anything. Like now, I would never
comment.
shit
Like
on-
the comment. Good friends will state the facts and let you figure things out, not trying to push any type of narrative or agenda. Right.
Yep.
I want to like go to Charlemagne and be like, Mark, he be over there talk about you and shit. Nigga. You don't need to fuck with him. You need to fuck with me. So if we talk about shit like that, that's slime shit.
Yeah, that's dirty.
That's what we're saying. And that's what people do in the business because they don't understand that being direct and honest. Like you never said you had to shoot Quincy or anything like that. But I was like, yo, you cool. I know her. I know Chris. Chris is the plug. I'm going to introduce you to her and we all going to shoot her. And guess what? When Quincy came here, I was more than welcome for you to shoot her. One, because I know you were going to do a good fucking job. And two, because you my boy and I knew that you liked her and you wanted to shoot her. It wasn't like you wanted to get to know her, but you didn't have any ulterior motives that I knew about. It was just about photography.
There was no ulterior.
Just like with and I told
Shout out to Romeo.
this is the funniest part, and this is the funniest part. I realized I was like, whenever they come, I shoot Kim, you shoot Quincy, and you shoot Apple. And it was never arranged that way. It's just how it was. Because when we went to show pictures to my boy Keith, he had Apple pictures. I knew you had Quincy pictures, but I didn't have your pictures. And I had Kim's pictures.
Hello, wow. I was like, and then we swap off.
Never happened.
I'm talking about photos, man.
Never happened. No, it hasn't. Because I had clear evidence that it didn't happen because I had no pictures of Quincy.
No, I have pictures of Kim, Apple Bottom.
You do, and you have pictures of Quincy, Apple Bottom, and Kim.
Well, Jerry, that's your fault.
Because
I'm being loyal to one model.
I'm being loyal to my boys who got the opportunity to shoot them, and it was fun. And we all had fun, and we all had great shoots.
Look, John want to make this shit weird so bad. Go ahead.
Is that Vox?
Yep.
Vox is in the house.
Romeo.
That's Romeo Noir. That's my little brother, but he's like, I call him my little brother only because of age, but as far as knowledge and experience, he is my equal. I love you, bruh. I'm gonna just call you brother because he done navigated those streets for me and made me feel more comfortable in those streets. So, love you.
And the pictures that he posts.
Oh, he is.
He makes life worth living.
Yes, you do. Because
amen.
Yes.
Have you seen?
Hey, just consider that's only the stuff that he can put on social media.
I realize.
Brothers for life.
He's heard.
I'm gonna tell y'all a story. Story time.
Story time.
Story time.
Yeah.
Story time. I'm gonna tell you a story. So first, you got this is good. This is good. First adult video shoot I was on was with Vox, with Romeo. And it was with this young lady who was from, I believe, the UK. And she looked like Tia and Tamara Lowry, the twins.
Was she black?
Yes,
Okay.
with a British accent.
I'm interested.
Okay, so this is my first
So
shoot.
is this where we directly ask someone to hook us up with them, or
England. She was from England. So listen. Y'all got y'all because this is so out of character for me. But the whole idea is that we were shooting, and he had way more video adult experience than me. I've shot videos, I shot photography, movies, stuff, but I was shooting adult content for the first time with him. And I thought I was killing it. I was like, okay, cool. Got it. I can't use none of that shit. Cause you was jiggling like jello. Cause I was so unused to being in front of somebody doing the things that she was doing in front of the camera that I was actually nervous that my camera was shaking the whole time. Can you believe my camera? The way I tell y'all, make sure your camera's stable. Make sure you
didn't use camera stabilization.
Yes, but guess what? I was shaking past that shit because I was seeing naked coochie and everything for the first time.
So you fucked up.
I fucked up. And he passed it off so nice. He was like, yo, I can't use none of that shit. But guess
People
what?
just don't understand when they're given a blessing.
He was amazing with that because I totally ruined that footage. Thank God he was shooting too because he got some great footage on his own.
That's all right.
Wow.
But
But-
I still haven't asked him whether he was able to use anything from my camera feed.
Camera stabilization would not have helped. It was my first time. I was a virgin to adult video content. But when we shot again, I put my shit on a tripod and I gave him some good shit.
No, he's all right.
Oh, now I'm straight.
No, he's all right now.
I'm straight now, but back then, because everybody thinks I wasn't always as good as I am now.
Well, it's
I
also
was
a totally different shooting situation.
Yeah, it was naked coochie in front of me, and I had never
you
done that
failed.
before. I failed horribly. And she also did drops for a DJ. You remember that? I don't. Oh well, Scott may have had some of the same issues.
Hey, like
Maybe.
I said, hey, look, hey, man, it happens.
But I'm gonna test his knowledge.
He also had me shoot
Hold
a
on.
cannon.
What was the DJ that she did drops for? Because she had that beautiful British accent, and she she did drops for a DJ. I mean, like a well-known, like super producer DJ. And we have footage of her saying what she said in the drops, but I don't remember who it was. It was like
DJ.
You're now listening to the sounds of DJ such and so in her British accent, because it was an amazing experience. Like I mean, by the now, if I would have shot her after we got to talk and everything else, before she whipped out the magic wand and all the other beautiful accoutrements that she used to make sure she had a good time in front of the camera, I would have been better. But I was sucking. I sucked. Wait a minute, I was in front of a girl, so sucking in front of a girl is not a problem.
Sucking what?
I wasn't sucking anything. I was failing bad.
Sucking in front of her.
Yeah, which means I was failing. I failed. Incredible. Look,
shout out to the eaters.
British accent, that's my weakness. Magic wand really had my attentions now. Like, I had no idea what a magic wand is till I started working with Romeo.
That's what made it worse, because Jerry goes like, when she pulled out the magic wand, and then I just started sucking. I'm like, whoa.
Don't show that. Hold on. Wait a minute. Box, do not ever show that footage. That will totally ruin my career as a videographer and a photographer.
Box, how much? How much is it worth?
He can play it for you privately and take all your money, but
it's a Pam and Tommy video.
No, that
complications all the time and shit.
No, this was
that was beyond complication.
Even as much confidence that Box had in me, after I gave him that footage and he loaded it into his computer, he said, "Fuck." About my work. And y'all all know me. I'm pretty good. I never say I'm more than pretty good, but I'm thought back then I was pretty good. I was pretty fucking horrible on that shoot. I will tell that. Never blackmail a brother. Thank you so much. And that's the whole idea.
Let's keep it that circle tight.
Box is not even in a circle. Box is backpack.
That's what's up.
Vox is backpack.
I don't know Vox. I gotta meet Vox, man.
You definitely do, because Vox is backpack. It's nothing less. He's more than a brother. He is family. Period.
Vox got the shovels.
He's family. 100%.
If you got a big body, he just probably wants to know whose car you taking.
Nope.
Hey, Vox.
He don't even want to know what car you taking.
Vox.
Go ahead.
Hey, Vox, were you at that fetish show? I think it was at the Auto Bar a few years ago with Nadia White.
Are you waiting for him to respond like he can talk to you right now?
Yeah.
No, he can.
To actually type.
Nadia?
Yeah.
Nadia?
You see my photograph?
Nadia?
Yeah.
You've never seen my shoot with Nadia?
I might have.
Our shoot with Nadia.
Yeah. Our first workshop.
Nadia's been in this building.
Our first workshop was there. I actually set Nadia up with me.
Okay.
You wouldn't have known that he was there because he's not going to be with Nadia. He's not going to be up front. He's going to be in the back chilling.
He's not going to tell anybody who
and
he
he's
is.
not going to tell anybody who he is. Yeah. Vox will, yeah. Vox will definitely try to help you out, but he will be brutally honest, so you can't be thin-skinned. He's definitely appreciated.
Nice.
I brought Nadia to mass creation. Yeah. And you can, is this too much? Is this too much?
That's what she said.
You remember we had to dispense from any adult beverages that day. We drank soda water and juice.
Right.
I remember that day.
Oh yeah, Jay was there. Definitely.
I don't remember Jay.
I was
Jay
there.
was there.
I don't remember that.
Yep.
You know why I don't remember that?
Because everybody was asking where the liquor was. Oh no, you weren't here yet. You weren't here yet.
I was waiting for somebody to say.
I didn't know this motherfucker there.
No, he wasn't there yet. But we had amazing times. Need to do something like that again. You need to talk. We need to have a conversation because it's a lot of moving pieces going on right now with mass creations. You need to definitely if you want to call me tomorrow, Vox, we need to do that because
time to converse.
Because I took Van on a trip with me today.
Yep.
Very eye-opening trip, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We making moves. We making real moves. We ain't gonna say online. We gonna keep that with the inner circle.
Once it's locked down and confirmed and for sure.
Oh no, he actually went.
He did.
Yeah, he already went over there.
Oh.
Circle of trust.
Okay.
He already went over there. Like while we were here,
he was there.
I got phone calls and texts. He already checked out the space.
Oh, sweet.
Sweet Caroline.
And I'm also going to be doing 3 or 4 workshops there.
Nice.
Yes. Because everything don't have to happen right here at Mass Creations. We got space. We got, well, I almost said something that wasn't true. We don't have planes yet.
Not yet. Close.
We got automobiles.
I'm working on planes.
We got trains.
I was looking at planes.
I'm seriously working on planes.
Yeah, we getting there.
Me and Jay
Look, I found the whole website. Hey, you just don't set a fucking date. John was there for that whole conversation and called you out on it, and you still was like,
Hey. Us as being black brothers and sisters, we just stick together.
Wow. What was that comment?
So I want to do one more video before we go, and that's gonna be it, and then we're gonna wrap it up. But I want to end on this note. I know it's a little biblical in a way, but I want to end here.
Hey y'all, be careful who is in your inner circle nowadays. In the Old Testament, Joshua and Caleb had to wait 40 years to get what God promised them, even though they did nothing wrong. They had to wait because they were connected to the wrong people. Make sure that the people that are in your inner circle are the right ones. Just because they're your family members and just because they're your friends doesn't mean they should be in your inner circle, because sometimes God will not promote you because the people that you are attached to will mess up your promotion when you get it. So be sensitive and be careful about those that you allow in your inner circle, because they could mess you up. Make sure that you follow us so that we can keep you updated for your spiritual growth.
You see how he did that and didn't change clothes?
Nope, he didn't. Not once. He was way better than that other dude. But I mean, even if you're not religious and you're in the podcast because you love us and what we represent, what I'm saying is that his knowledge was 100% on point.
Mm-hmm.
It's like sometimes being in the presence of the wrong people will block your blessing. It will stop your growth and keep you from moving to the level that you should be on.
Sometimes failing will hold you
And
back
that's
faster
why
than anybody
one of the
else.
biggest questions I had was, when was the last time you did a purge of your inner circle? When was the last time you saw people that did not belong in your inner circle and said, we need to part ways because I need to move on? and you're the anchor that's keeping me from elevating.
Yep.
And people have a hard time with that because of what? Hurt feelings, loyalty. Sometimes you got to throw that away because guess what? Being loyal to someone means being loyal to yourself.
Now, with that, right? I cut a lot of that off from the get-go. So if I'm meeting somebody for, let's just basic friendship.
Yeah.
I already know what I expect from that person. I already know what I want, what I don't want, what I expect, what I don't expect. If that makes sense. So if that can't be provided to me, the person's just not going to go anywhere. So then I don't have to worry about that person.
And that's good. If your powers of discernment are that good
I'm just for the bullshit.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that your powers of discernment are that good that you can judge somebody within meeting them.
Not right off. No, I'm not a god or anything. I'm not a magician.
I didn't say that.
But
what I'm saying is sometimes you can block your blessing by not seeing your blessing. So if you cut somebody off too soon, you may not be able to elevate because they were the catalyst to getting you to the next level.
I want to piggyback on that though, right?
Yeah.
You can also be the problem.
Yep.
Also be the problem. You can be so into your shit that you don't want to listen, so you think you cutting somebody off that's trying to help you to be better. When really you just sitting back and being like, all right, I'm gonna be a damage to myself, that's okay. Because then you cut off the right person, so they can go ahead and be successful, and you can go ahead and suck some dick or eat ass, or I don't know.
Don't stop, keep stop.
Yeah,
don't stop, won't stop.
Now,
don't stop, won't stop.
I said on this podcast before, nigga should have been cut Diddy off, but I ain't gonna say shit.
And the other thing, and the other thing is when you see somebody that has potential, it's hard to tell them you can do more than what you're doing. Like you can do way more than what you're doing now.
I've had people. Oh man, I've had.
No, I'm saying it's hard for a lot of people to do that.
What they were telling me though was very truthful, so I knew where they were coming from. And it's easy for them.
Yeah, like it's real hard to do that, and it's even. It's hard.
No. Next up.
It's harder to deal with too. Like it happened to me with my electrical job. I think I've said it before that the company that I was working for basically terminated me because they could not afford to pay me what I was worth. So that's why I had to get all the stuff to get myself where I am now and open up my own business and do all this for myself. Because they saw something and they were like, look, we're going to be honest. This is going to hurt. And it hurt because they were like, look, we got to fire you. And I didn't even know where my next check was coming from. I was like, what am I going to do now? They had enough confidence in me to tell me, you will be okay. I was completely upset. I was like, nah, I got to go home with no job. I don't know where my next gas is coming from. They saw something in me that I didn't.
That's amazing. So you're so good, but sorry, we have to let you go.
Yeah.
And we're going to wrap on this. Not everyone can appreciate loyalty. It may not always be malicious, but they are often not in a place within themselves to be useful to anyone, maybe not even themselves. Additionally, letting someone go may be a good way for them to grow when they may be leaning on you instead of surviving and thriving on their own.
Can I get on that real quick?
Respect is greater than loyalty.
Now with that, let me respond to that. I think
I give you 30 seconds because we got to go.
I feel like we're on a talk show now. Great.
30 seconds. We are.
See, now I think those two words go hand in hand. Without loyalty, you don't get respect. Without respect, there's no loyalty.
Mm-hmm.
That,
money, power,
So we would like to thank you all. I mean, we had good response. We had a good repartee. This was a great show.
Let's give it another hour.
No, because we have people that have things that they are obligated to do once they leave here. So I can't do that. But I'm gonna ask this: if anybody ever wants to do a backstage or after hours podcast, let us know, because we can set it up and we'll do an after hours podcast to break down everything that we talked about during the podcast, and we'll make sure that it's just as fun as entertaining. But we got to make sure people are gonna watch. We're not going to do it for one person. We're going to do it for 20, 30 people. We're not doing it for one person. So as we always say, thank you so much for coming in. We want you to do the magic 3: like, share, subscribe. Make sure you're part of the Grown Man Click podcast. Make sure you're doing everything to support what we're doing here, because we love you and we love you coming in every week on Mondays to check us out. So as we say every week, do good. Do really good. But if you do bad, do really bad, so they know that you meant it. Peace.
See ya.